In the Alps near the Monte Rosa resort in Switzerland, the bodies of a married couple who had disappeared more than 75 years ago were found in 2017. Their story amazed many people and attracted worldwide attention. This story began in August 1942 when Marcello and Francesca Pietranzi went for a walk in the mountains. They didn't return home, and their disappearance became the subject of search efforts. However, the searches at that time were limited and did not lead to any results. In 2017, when the glaciers had significantly decreased due to climate change, a group of mountaineers discovered the bodies of the married couple in the glacier. The bodies were well preserved as they were covered in ice and could, therefore, be identified. According to reports, the bodies were found at a depth of over 2,600 meters in the mountains. This amazing discovery raised many questions about the reasons for their death. According to the medical examination, it is believed that the couple died of hypothermia as they were not adequately protected from the cold. Their clothing was thin and not suitable for high-altitude weather. The onset of winter with low temperatures led to them losing consciousness and dying on the spot. They may have tried to walk towards the nearest territory, but their strength was exhausted, and they stopped to rest and died. This is not the first time that people's bodies have been found in the mountains many years after their disappearance. Climate change in the region may lead to more numerous remains being discovered in mountain glaciers. Such findings help relatives to close the chapter on their story and learn about the causes of their ancestors' death. 430,000 years ago, an event occurred on the territory that we now call Antarctica that forever changed life on planet Earth. In the distant past, a massive meteorite struck the Earth, leaving its mark on the history of the development of life on our planet. Today, scientists are using modern technology to study the crater formed as a result of the meteorite impact, which is located beneath a glacier at a depth of about 300 meters. This crater was discovered in 2015 as part of an international expedition. Researchers are collecting soil and rock samples from inside the crater to understand the processes that occurred after the meteorite impact. The event that occurred 430,000 years ago led to changes in the climate of our planet. The meteorite that struck the Earth had a diameter of about 1.5 kilometers and weighed more than 10 billion tons. After the meteorite impact, large amounts of dust, gases, and vapors were ejected into the atmosphere. This led to a cooling of the Earth's climate and the disappearance of many animal species. Researchers studying the consequences of the meteorite impact claim that this event led to a catastrophic change in the Earth's climate. As a result of the changes in the Earth's climate, many species of animals and plants became extinct, while the remaining species had to adapt to the new conditions. Today, scientists continue to study and gather data to better understand how the Earth's climate changed after the meteorite impact. This information may help in creating forecasts of climate change on our planet and in developing measures to protect it. Lake Vostok is the largest lake discovered under the ice of Antarctica. It was discovered in 1996 by a Russian research group using radar measurements. Since then, scientists have been studying this unique basin to gather information about the climate history, life on Earth, and possible forms of life in extreme conditions. Lake Vostok is located beneath the ice of Antarctica and is a vast body of water, reaching depths of up to 1.5 kilometers. It has an area of about 14,000 square kilometers, which is roughly equivalent to Lake Ontario in North America. The water temperature in Lake Vostok is around -3 degrees Celsius, and can reach as low as -12 degrees Celsius in some places. The study of Lake Vostok is of enormous scientific interest. Scientists are studying the existing forms of life in the lake, the history of the climate, and even searching for possible signs of life on other planets in our solar system. Lake Vostok is located under kilometers of ice, which protects it from the outside world and allows it to preserve its unique properties. Scientists believe that this lake may contain forms of life that will teach us how life could have originated on Earth and other planets. One of the main challenges in studying Lake Vostok is the preservation of its ecology. When accessing the lake, it is necessary to consider that any forms of life that may be contained in the lake are unique and may be destroyed in the process of exploration. For this reason, many scientists believe that Lake Vostok should be explored using unmanned underwater vehicles that can collect data without affecting the lake's ecology. Bones of fossilized animals have been discovered in Antarctica, dating back to the time of the dinosaurs. This means that during the period when the rest of the Earth was covered in forests and dinosaurs roamed the land, Antarctica was covered in a taiga and was home to various species of animals. Researchers from the University of Sydney, Australia, are planning an expedition to Antarctica where they discovered the ancient animal bones dating back 71 million years ago. They were found on Seymour Island, which is located in the northern part of Antarctica. Seymour Island underwent geological changes that allowed the fossilized animal bones to surface. Researchers found dinosaur teeth and bones, including theropods, which were some of the largest and most vicious predators of their time. The discovery of these fossilized bones helps to better understand the history of the development of life on Earth, particularly the animals that lived in Antarctica during that time. Woolly rhinoceroses were long extinct animals that lived on Earth many thousands of years ago. They were close relatives of modern rhinoceroses, but looked more like mammoths, as they were covered in dense woolly fur to survive in cold conditions. These animals lived in North America, Europe, and Siberia. Woolly rhinoceroses were large creatures, reaching a height of 2.5 meters and weighing up to 4 tons. They were herbivorous and mainly fed on leaves of trees and bushes. Woolly rhinoceroses were very important for the ecosystems of that time. They were key factors in the spread of vegetation, as their eating habits determined the shape of the landscape. They were also extremely important for other animals, as their waste was a rich source of food for many species of bacteria and insects. However, like many other extinct animals, woolly rhinoceroses could not survive in the changing nature conditions and ultimately became extinct about 10,000 years ago. One of the main reasons for the extinction of woolly rhinoceroses was climate change and global warming. Today, scientists are studying the remains of these animals to learn more about their lives and extinction. They are also studying genetic material to understand what factors led to the extinction of woolly rhinoceroses and what can be done to preserve modern rhinoceroses, which are also under threat of extinction. In 2018, a group of researchers discovered the remains of an unknown creature in Antarctica. The remains were found during an expedition to one of the islands in the western part of Antarctica. Examination of the remains revealed that it was something quite unusual, a large creature with thin, long limbs and sharp teeth. The described species may have been one of the most exciting finds in the history of Antarctic research. Researchers discovered that the remains belonged to an animal the size of a large dog that lived in Antarctica during the Cretaceous period around 66 million years ago. The features of the remains indicate that it was a creature that could have survived in the harsh climate of Antarctica. It had thin limbs, which could have meant that it was fast and agile, possibly to hunt other animals in the region. The remains also had sharp teeth, indicating that it was a predatory animal. Despite continued research into the remains, there are still many questions that have yet to be answered. In particular, scientists are interested in how this creature survived in such a difficult climatic condition like Antarctica, as well as what its direct relatives were, and what other animals could have been its neighbors. Mount Vinson is the highest mountain in Antarctica, with its summit reaching more than 4,800 meters above sea level. It was discovered only in 1958 by American geologists during aerial surveys of Antarctica. Vinson is located in the western part of Antarctica, in the territory that Americans call West Antarctica. The mountain was named after Admiral Charles Vinson, who was the Deputy Chief of Naval Operations of the United States. The first ascent of Mount Vinson was made in 1966, and the first winter ascent was made in 1985. Today, Mount Vinson has become a popular destination for mountaineers who climb to its summit. However, Mount Vinson is a very dangerous place. Extremely strong winds, extremely low temperatures, and huge amounts of snow make the ascent to its summit extremely difficult and dangerous. Only a few hundred people in the world have successfully climbed Mount Vinson. Nevertheless, Mount Vinson continues to attract people with its beauty and unique atmosphere, and remains one of the most mysterious and unpredictable mountains on the planet. Thank you for watching this video till the end. Please support this channel by giving it a like and subscribing. Leave your comments below the video. I would be interested to read them. This is the best motivation for me to continue making videos for you.